Hello everyone, welcome back to my GH Spoiler channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. General Hospital, full episode recap, Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. Sidwell and Drew exposed, their secret war on kids. Port Charles will never be the same. You thought you knew the darkness lurking beneath the gleaming hallways of General Hospital. You thought Drew Kane had finally turned a corner, that the shadows of his past had been buried under good intentions and a freshly pressed suit. And Sidwell? Oh, slick, silver-tongued Sidwell, you thought he was just another cold-blooded businessman playing chess with people's lives. You were wrong. It's so much worse. Wednesday's jaw-dropping episode tore the roof clean off Port Charles, and what viewers found hiding underneath was so shocking, so deeply sinister, that the message boards crashed within minutes of the credits rolling. The meeting that changed everything. It began innocuously enough. Dawn broke over the Port Charles waterfront, golden and deceptively peaceful, as Sidwell's black town car rolled silently into the parking structure beneath the Metro Court. No cameras, no witnesses, or so he thought. Inside the car, Sidwell sat across from a nervous man, a mid-level administrator from the Creighton Clark Research Division, who clutched a manila envelope like his life depended on it, because it did. "Everything in order?" Sidwell asked, his voice carrying that particular chill that makes your spine feel like someone poured ice water down it. "The Phase 2 trials are ready to begin," the man whispered. "But sir, these are children. The subjects in Ward C are all under 16. If anyone finds out—" Sidwell's eyes didn't even flicker. "No one will find out," he said simply. "That is what you are paid to ensure." He took the envelope. The car door opened. The meeting was over. What Sidwell didn't know, couldn't have known, was that high up in a Metro Court's hotel wing, a window was cracked open, and sitting beside it, nursing a lukewarm coffee and reviewing documents on her laptop, was Lois Cerullo Quartermain. And Lois, God bless her, never misses a thing. Drew walks into the trap. Meanwhile, across town, Drew Kane strode into General Hospital with the kind of determined confidence that usually means someone is about to make a catastrophically bad decision. He was there to see Dr. Finn on a routine check, or so he told Monica when she spotted him in the lobby and raised an eyebrow that could silence a boardroom. But Drew wasn't there for blood work. He bypassed the elevators, took the maintenance stairwell to sub-level 2, and slipped into a restricted records room that had no business being accessible to someone whose primary qualification was looking extremely handsome while making bad choices. What he pulled from that filing cabinet, a thick blue-bound document stamped "Confidential, Project Sovereign," a covert program buried inside ELQ's charitable foundation arm, a program that, on paper, funded youth wellness initiatives across 3 states, a program that, in reality, was siphoning children from underfunded foster care pipelines into experimental neurological trials designed to test cognitive enhancement drugs with side effects that had never been disclosed to a single parent, guardian, or ethics board. And there, on page 47, in a signature line Drew recognized like a punch to the chest, his own name. Forged almost certainly, but there nonetheless, ironclad, devastating. Someone had spent a very long time building a cage around Drew Kane, and today was the day they were slamming the door shut. Carly finds the thread. You did not think Carly Corinthia Spencer was going to sit this one out, did you? Please. Carly had been quietly pulling at a loose thread for 3 weeks, ever since a terrified teenage girl named Priya had stumbled into the Metro Court kitchen, asking for help, and then vanished before anyone could get her full story. The PCPD had filed it as a runaway case. Carly had filed it as unfinished business. Today, Carly's contact at Mercy General sent her a photo of Priya, sedated, in a ward that had no record of her admission. The overhead signage: Creighton Clark Pediatric Research, restricted access. Carly's jaw locked. Her eyes went cold. Anyone who has ever watched this woman operate knows that expression. That is the expression that precedes consequences. She called Jason. Jason didn't answer. She called Sonny. Sonny didn't answer. She took a breath, picked up her keys, and decided that some wars you simply start yourself. The confrontation on the 10th floor. By 3 p.m., the threads converged. Drew, with the documents in hand, rode the elevator to the 10th floor administrative suite, the floor that Sidwell's Port Charles Holdings had quietly leased 6 months ago under a shell company name nobody had thought to question. He knocked twice and walked in without waiting. Sidwell was already there, already waiting. "I wondered how long it would take you," Sidwell said, not looking down at his desk. "You forged my signature." Drew's voice was dangerously quiet. "I protected the project." Sidwell folded his hands. "You were always going to be the liability, Drew. A man with your history of memory gaps, implanted identities, government experiments. Who is anyone going to believe? You or 40 pages of documentation and 2 credible witnesses?" The silence between them was the kind that precedes either a handshake or something that needs a cleanup crew. Then the door burst open. Carly Corinthia Spencer, flanked by a visibly furious Lois, a white-faced Dr. Finn, and, in the single most satisfying entrance of the entire episode, Commissioner Anna Devane, who was holding a federal warrant and wearing an expression that could wither concrete. "Marcus Sidwell," Anna said crisply, "you are going to want to put your hands where I can see them." Sidwell's composure cracked, just barely, just enough, and in that hairline fracture, Port Charles saw exactly what he was: a man who had gambled with children's lives, built his empire on their vulnerability, and now, finally, watching every card collapse. The clinghanger that will haunt you until Friday. As federal agents flooded the floor and Sidwell was walked to the elevator in handcuffs, he turned to Drew one last time. "You think this ends here?" he said softly. "The children in Ward C are only the beginning, Drew. There are 4 other facilities, Kane. And the man who designed this program," he smiled, actually smiled, "he's someone you've trusted your entire life." The elevator doors closed. Drew stood frozen. The camera pulled back slowly, past the stunned faces of Anna and Carly, past the scattered documents on the floor, past the window overlooking the hospital, where somewhere below, children who had no idea they were pawns were still waiting to be found.